Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mohamad AIMAN bin HAIRUDIN from Group 5. In this video, I'll be presenting about the introduction and the earlier part of our group's project. As mentioned in the report, our group have decided to construct a code to run a quiz for primary schooler. The reason why we do this is because to encourage the use of programming language to run quiz for primary schooler in hope it can reduce unnecessary wastage of paper. And then let's start off with our presentation. We can see here that we have included the string library. The reason why we include the string library is because it, it provides an easy way for us to manipulate and work with the string data file. And then as we note here, we have create a class named question because we are using an object-oriented programming. We have created a class named questions. This way, we can create objects which are an instance of the class, which also provide us as a way to encapsulate the data and functions within the programming code into a single unit. And then we have the private access specifier. Any variable or function that are defined inside the private access specifier cannot be accessed outside of the class, but can be accessed anywhere inside of the class. However, for public access specifier, the key difference between them is that any function or variables that are defined inside the public access specifier can be used inside or outside of the class anywhere in the programming code. Here in the public access specifier, we have defined a function to ask question. Function will later we will call to ask question later on the other part on the code. And then here we have setter function. Setter function or function to set the values of the questions and the answer of the correct answer and the question score. It is very common to see setter or getter function if there is the private access specifier. And here we can see that the function is able to access the variable from the private access specifier because it is also the member of the class. We call this as encapsulation in not just C++, but any programming language in general. We can define it as a way to wrap up any data or function into a single unit. That's all from me. Thank you very much.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is AMIR FARHAN bin GHAFFUR. My metric card number is 2115617. Alright, I will continue the presentation that my friend just presented just now. And I will continue at the line at 39, where I will explain about these functions, which is the current function here now is main. So after the class declaration, I will explain about the main functions. So in main function here, when the user come to this program, they will see the first line will come out, which is here we set cout met quiz for first grader, and second line they will see press enter to start the quiz. Here we put the basic instruction, which is cout, and we put the what you call the bracket for the test, and that work as usual. And after that, we use cin get, and we have two brackets in the line. Here we want to use what you call the user give the input in input something like they give the enter or any button, any words, and they press enter to get a second line of program, so that the function of cin get. And move to the next line, cout and l. Yes, and l function and the line, so it break the current line and move to the other line. So we at the line 47 and 48, we declare a name variable as a string, and also we declare each variable as an integer, which means in number format. Okay, we continue to the line at the 55. The program will ask user how old are you, and the user will give the inputs age in integer form, in number form, and after that we declare string response. We declare response variable in string format, and the user will see the pop out test. Are you ready to take the quiz? Yes. Are you ready to take the quiz? Name for user that user gave just now, and the user have two choice, which is yes or no. So if the user choose yes, it will give the program to the true statement, and will run for the statement for the under the true conditions. If user give no answer or other than yes, the program will run false condition and run for statement in false conditions. In false condition will be pop out the test. Good luck. It will pop out the test. Okay, goodbye, and that's all. And then if the user give the input yes, and it will give the response good luck, and it will move to the other line for the quiz. So that's all for my part in this presentation. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nazmi bin Mohamad. My metric number is 22016717. So today I'll be presenting about these codes, this part of the coding. So firstly, objects of question class. Okay, so okay, object is created from class, so which we have here. We have question class, so we have question q1, question q2, question q3, question q4, question q5, question q6, question q7, question q8, question q9, and question q10. So there are a total of 10 questions that we have created from the class here. Okay, so next we are using set. Okay, so for the next part is we are going to use set values. Set value method is we use this to set the value that we want to use inside the code. So for us, for example, we are using set value to set the question, which is here. For question 1, 5 plus 5, and here are the answers for 4 options, which are 30, 55, 10, and 25. And then for Q2, the question is 2 times 5, and then the answers are 25, 10, 7, and 3. And Q3, 10 minus 5, the answers 5, 15, 20, 105. For question 4, 60 divided by 20, the answers are 30, 120, 3, and 12. For question 5, the question is 30 plus 70 minus 10. The answers are 50, 100, 220, and 90. For question 6, 10 times 2 plus 12. The answers are 40, 22, 20, 42. For question 7, the question is 100 divided by 20 plus, in brackets, 40 plus 40. The answers are 85, 80, 100, and 105. And for question 8, the question is 20 minus 10 times 10. The answers are 120, 300, 60, and 100. And for question 9, the question is 10 plus 40 times 5 minus 10. The answers are 200, 240, 260, and 280. And last but not least, question 10. The question is in brackets 10 plus 50 divided by 10, and then is then added with 20. So the answers are 20, 200, 26, and 86. So for the ask question method, this method presents the question and its possible answers to the user and waits for the user to select an answer. For example, question 1, it waits for the user to pick the answer, and the right answer is 3. For the question 2 is 2, question 3 is the first answer, question 4 is third, question 5 is fourth answer, question 6 is second, and so on. So depending on the implementation of the question class and the ask question method, it may determine if the user's answer is correct or wrong. And for our code, if the user gets the correct answer, we will give the user 10 marks. So yes, and then each of the question gives you 10 marks for correct answer, and then if you get all the questions correct, then the total score is 100. So I think that is all from me. I will pass the presentation to my group member AZHAN. Thank you.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamualaikum. Now I'll be continuing with the final part of the code. Okay, so see out total score. These 3 lines basically will display the total score out of 100. Next, we've coded if the player passes the quiz, the screen will print out congrats, you passed, or otherwise lol, you failed the quiz. We did this using the if-else code and also more than or equal to symbol to tell the computer to only print out congratulations when you get a 70 above, and return 0 here just returns the code for cleaner work. Okay, moving on to the next part of the code. See out from question text to 4 just prints out the question and the answer options. Then there's a code that writes see out what is your answer followed by see in guess. So that's where the user answers, and if answered correctly, correct will be displayed. This is done by the see out correct line there. The final part of the code stores the total questions answered correctly and wrong ones too. This is done to identify whether the user pass or fail, and this is done by the last part of the code, which is the total plus question underscore score. See out score equals to question score. This basically prints out the top equation. And if the user initially answered wrong, everything of the opposite will happen. We did this by using the else code, which can be seen below. Okay, that's all from us. Thank you so much for your time.